Sweden in the area of technology, cybersecurity and infrastructure. Federal government to revive Ajaokuta Steel Complex to pave way for private investment. On the foreign scene, Dominican Republic nightclub roof collapse kills about 15 people. In sport, Remo Stars head coach optimistic of Nigeria Premier Football League title despite defeat to Rivers United. Now the details. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Lagos State government has pledged to strengthen its bilateral relationship with Sweden in the area of technology, cybersecurity and infrastructure. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu stated this when he received the Crown Princess of Sweden, Duchess of Västergötland, Her Royal Highness Princess Victoria Desiree, and her entourage on a courtesy visit at the Lagos House Marina. Governor Sanwo-Olu, who was represented by his deputy Bafemi Hamzat, expressed optimism that the stakeholders meeting of the Swedish representative of the business community in Lagos will birth more development opportunities for mutual benefits.
In terms of activity, commercial activity, 68% of banking transactions in our country is in Lagos. So everything is around Lagos in Nigeria. If Lagos were to be a country, it would be the sixth largest economy in Africa. So we are essential to Nigeria, we are important to Africa, so you are welcome to Lagos, and I can tell you are in the right place.
In a brief remark, the Crown Princess of Sweden, Duchess of Västergötland, Her Royal Highness Princess Victoria, commended Lagos State for being the economic backbone of Nigeria due to its huge business potential.
Swedish-Nigerian relationship can develop into. We see vast areas of potential for further growth and cooperation. So we are very happy to be here.
Speaking in an interview, the Swedish Minister of Infrastructure and Housing, Andre Carlson, noted that the princess's visit underscores the importance of Sweden's strong relationship and partnership with Nigeria and Lagos State in building green economy, exchange of ideas and for better development. According to him, Princess Victoria will also inaugurate the first Sweden trade office in the country.
We are really happy about the cooperation we already have, and to celebrate strength and collaboration for better for all of our inhabitants here in Nigeria and also Lagos and back home in Sweden.
Wife of the governor, Bijoke Sanwo-Olu, and wife of the deputy governor, Oluremi Hamzat, presented an African customized gift to the Princess of Sweden, who was also accompanied by the ambassador of Nigeria in Sweden, Ambassador Tiwatope Elias Fatili, among others. The Lagos State Christian Pilgrims Welfare Board has flagged off its annual sensitization exercise in preparation for the 2025 Christian pilgrimage. As part of the awareness campaign, the board secretary Balabo Kudero led a delegation of officials on a courtesy visit to Mushin local government as well as the Solo and Ejigbo local council development areas. During the engagement, Okudero emphasized the importance of a holistic approach to governance, urging local government leaders not to focus solely on social economic development but also to invest in the spiritual growth of their constituents. Okudero also shared the board's strategic plans for the 2025 pilgrimage and appealed for collaborative effort in promoting pilgrimage participation among Christians in their communities. The sensitization exercise signals the beginning of the board's mobilization effort for the 2025 pilgrimage, reinforcing its commitment to fostering spiritual enrichment across Lagos State. The Lagos State Domestic and Sexual Violence Agency, the SVA, Community Engagement Team has conducted a door-to-door sensitization campaign in Apapa Igom local government area. The campaign aimed at raising awareness about sexual and gender-based violence, SGBV, and to promote the culture of zero tolerance within the community. The DSVA Community Engagement Team emphasized the importance and the need to report all cases of domestic and sexual abuse to the agency to enable survivors get justice. The team also distributed information, education and communication materials to community dwellers, student commercial bus drivers, hawkers and business owners in the area. The team also engaged in pasting awareness stickers on streets, schools, and religious institutions and stationed banners in strategic locations for enlightenment of viewers. The team encouraged community members to memorize the Lagos State DSVA's toll-free number on 080-0033-3333 to report incident of SGBV at all times when this occurs. Now to the rest of the stories. The Minister of Steel Development, Taiwo Baruwa, says the government is on the verge of initiating a comprehensive technical and financial audit of the Ajaokuta Steel Complex and the other key equipment owned by the company. Baruwa, who gave the hint when he received the newly appointed managing director of the Ajaokuta Steel Company Limited, Nasir Abdusalam, said this audit process is to allow for private investment from potential suitors, as directed by President Bola Tinubu. The minister expressed confidence in Abdusalam's ability to lead Ajaokuta Steel Company in line with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's revenue plan. Baruwa said it's a collective effort, adding that hands must be on deck as it requires to realize the vision for the and the broader steel sector. Troops of 6th Division Nigerian Army have arrested 43 suspects and confiscated over 254,000 liters of stolen petroleum products in a major crackdown on oil theft across the Niger Delta region. Acting Deputy Director, Army Public Relations Jonah Danjuma said the joint operations were conducted between March 31 and April 6 across the rivers, Delta, Bayelsa, and Akwa Ibom State. He said the General Officer commanding 6th Division, Emmanuel Emeka, commended the troops, emphasizing the importance of joint effort in sustaining the campaign. Danjuma reiterated the Army's resolve to protect the nation's economic lifelines, warning that the crackdown would continue. In foreign news now, at least 15 people have died after a roof collapsed at a nightclub in the Dominican Republic. Director of the Emergency Operations Center, Juan Mendez, said rescue workers were still searching for people under the debris, and officials are still trying to determine the total number of those injured. Mendez stated that ambulances had made more than 100 trips to the area hospitals, at times carrying more than one patient. The nightclub, which regularly hosts dance music concert in the evenings, is popular in the capital, Santo Domingo. President of the Dominican Republic, Luis Abinande, has expressed his condolences to the families affected. In sport now, Remo Stars head coach Daniel Ogumodede says his team is still on course to win the Nigeria Premier Football League NPFL, despite the defeat to Rivers United. The Sky Blue Stars lost 1-0 to Rivers United in a matchday 32 encounter at the Adoke Amazimaka Stadium, Port Harcourt. Remo Stars' lead at the top of the table was cut to 5 points following the defeat. Despite the setback, Ogumodede is adamant that the team will achieve its objective at the end of the season. Remo Stars will take on Lobby Stars in a rescheduled matchday 30 game at the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium, Enugu, on Wednesday. But that's it on the news at 4, but just before we go, stay alive. Make use of pedestrian bridges where available. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms. X at Traffic Radio 961. Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website, www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that under the Sanwo-Olu administration, 1,050 rural women received intensive training in boosting output in agricultural production, and the beneficiaries were given equal access to market? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. The Lagos State Government has pledged to strengthen its bilateral relationship with Sweden in the area of technology, cybersecurity, and infrastructure. The Minister of Steel Development, Taiwo Baruwa, has revealed that the government is on the verge of initiating a comprehensive technical and financial audit of the Ajaokuta Steel Complex and other key equipment owned by the company. We also told you that at least 15 people have died after a roof collapse at a nightclub in the Dominican Republic. Finally, in sport, Remo Stars head coach Daniel Ogumodede said his team is still on course to win the Nigeria Premier Football League title, despite the defeat to Rivers United. For contacts with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Coyote Mafola Sheri. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Thank you for listening. Good afternoon.